Okay, this video is about the financials. Well, what do I mean by that? And I go and share my screen. There's a lot of different forecasting software out there, and what sets Predict apart in the marketplace is that it's five-way forecasting. Well, what does that mean? Well, we're creating the profit and loss, the balance sheet, the cash flow. We're also looking at due invoices and bills and what's expected to come in so that you can be really, really pinpoint accurate on your short-term cash flow. And of course, we've got all of our automated predictions. So if we go into any of these, you'll see that we're assessing as accurately as we possibly can based upon the information that's come from the historical data that you've got. So that's all of your invoices, bills, cash transactions, journals, aggregating customer payments, aggregating your supplier payments. It's really doing the work of an entire finance department so that you've got, as accurate as you possibly can, a view of your financial situation in the future. So let's have a look at the financial section over here. Top navigation, it's right there, and you'll see the three core reports that are going to be required for investors, for funding, for you to really understand not just your cash flow, but your predicted profits, your predicted sales, your predicted expenditure. So let's dive in. On the profit and loss side, so if I go to the home section, you'll see that it's the reason that we've put this here is that you're living in your sales, cost of sales and expenses the most. So as you're coming in on a weekly basis, daily basis, monthly basis, just to check where this sat nav is taking you, you've got those things broken down. But in the financial section, you've got them all rolled up together, as well as some really core information for you, namely your gross profit and your net profit. So that's the profit and loss. There's also a cash view, so the cash impact view. So when's the activity, when's the invoices, for instance, from corporate sales going to actually hit your bank account? Now, I'm in a weekly view at the moment. I'm going to go into a monthly view, so it's just a bit more easy to digest. And we've got all of that information there. Again, if you open up any of the accounts in the P&L view, you've got your, when it's cash collected and paid, you've got unpaid invoices from here, then when they're going to hit your bank account, which of course you can edit. There's another video on that. You've got any predictions that you've created yourself will be listed for that account. And of course, the actual predictions that Predict's creating itself. Which of course you can toggle off at any point. You can toggle any of them off if you want to explore different scenarios at any point. So that's the P&L. Export it here if you want to see, to share that information. Again, there's another video on that one. But you've also got your balance sheet. So this is, I think most small business operators, you're pretty comfortable with your sales. You're pretty comfortable with the profit that you're generating. Sometimes when you get to the balance sheet, the comfort levels become a bit less, a bit less strong. But what you've got, if we just take it by account category, you've got your bank accounts here, with all of the transactions, what's coming in, coming out, where, how, why, that's all there for you. You've got your assets now, because again, there's a full accounting engine in the background here. So if you're selling things using credit terms, until those things are paid, they're going to sit in your accounts receivable. So again, we can see these things here. You've got your current liabilities, so prepayments, loans, any of the tax implications, the tax liabilities that you've got. So, staff liabilities, sales tax liabilities, they're going to appear there. This is a British account that's been set up. Exactly the same applies if you're in a different locale. And you've got your equity as well. Who owns it? Who owns the business? And what's your current year earnings and retained earnings? So that's the balance sheet. And then the third report that you get within the financials, and this is where you're going to need this if you want to go for a funding event, for instance. You're going to have to be able to show all of this in cash coming in, cash going out. And also just as a really great kind of KPI to track is really your net cash flow. It's like which months am I making more than I'm spending from a cash perspective, and which aren't. So for Josie, November 21 is not looking brilliant because she's got liabilities that are coming out, and there's a big whack of expenses that are coming out as well. The liabilities are a rent prepayment, for instance. So it gives you that visibility to be able to say, okay, well, I know that's what should be coming. If it looks like I'm going to be in a stressful position because of it, I might want to renegotiate with my suppliers. I might need to contact, the government that you're in, and for instance, in the UK, there are time to pay opportunities. So there's always ways for you to be able to manage that cash flow. Cash flow only forecasting software such as Float, Fluidly, there are others out there, Cash Flow Manager, they don't create the balance sheet and the profit and loss because they haven't got an accounting engine in the background. So what you will always have with those softwares is this view, the view of when plus sales tax, you are going to, have money coming in or going out. Might be easier if I go and show you this here in the home screen. But again, you've got sales activity, P&L view, cash collected, the cash flow view. So you've got every single business prediction that you need to be able to make the right decisions, the best decisions you possibly can make based upon what's happening in your data now, how you're paying suppliers, how customers are paying you. All of those things are being analyzed to give you this daily view of exactly where your cash is heading. So there we go. That's your guided tour of that section.